Hello and welcome to the channel's book club. Let me start today's episode by congratulating Professor Wole Soyinka on his 80th birthday. The Nobel Prize winner turned 80 on 13th July 2014. Now, here is one of the most fascinating books ever written on Professor Wole Soyinka. It's a photo biography. It's the only authorized photo biography on Professor Wole Soyinka, and it contains some very fascinating pictures that had not been made public before the publication of this book. Now, to honor the professor, we're going to show you a few of those photos, and during our next episode, we'll be bringing in Bankole Olayebi, who compiled this book, to talk about his experiences publishing for Professor Wole Soyinka and also discussing the life of Professor Wole Soyinka. Please enjoy this. Brian Tracy is one of America's leading authorities on the enhancement of personal effectiveness, development of human potential, and the art of salesmanship. Now, here's the interesting thing. Stephen Ojji, a Nigerian who is a coach, trainer, and the founder of a company called Bremas, co-authored a book with Brian Tracy. The book is turning out to be one of my favorites for the year, and it is titled Crafting Your Own Turf. Stephen joined us to discuss this book and a few other things. Please enjoy this. Stephen, thank you for joining us on the channel's book club.
Thank you, sir.
And congratulations on your book, Crafting Your Own Turf. Fantastic title.
Thank you.
And your co-author is Brian Tracy.
Yes, sir.
One of my biggest, should I call him a mentor? I've started reading this book. I've not finished yet, and I think it's a fantastic book.
Thank you.
Tell us a bit about it.
Okay, Crafting Your Own Turf is a book I co-authored with Brian Tracy. It was just released earlier on in the month, this month precisely, when Brian was around for our entrepreneurs conference. That was on June 7th, between June 7th and June 11th. The book is about helping individuals to discover purpose. Not just discover purpose, be able to find how to articulate that purpose in their own lifetime. I've seen so many people come up with ideas about assignment, you finding your purpose in life and all this stuff. But we are saying your purpose is not something that is out of this world. It could be that very simple thing that you're doing, that very simple idea that you have. But how can you now maximize it and make it meaningful and useful to people while you're on earth? Crafting Your Own Turf is helping individuals do that. The idea behind this is the same mission I have in my own life, as well as Brian have, to help people get to where they want to get to faster, cheaper, and better. So we're bringing it now into a book. So, okay, how can you find that purpose around what you're doing? Then create a niche for yourself in that industry, in that field that you're playing in already. It's not just about making money, but being able to create significance or attain significance in your business, in your career, and also in your own personal life.
How did you get Brian Tracy's? I mean, it's not every day Brian Tracy co-authors a book with anybody, let alone, with all due respect, a Nigerian. Yeah. So, I mean, how did you get Brian? What's your relationship with Brian?
I'll put it this way. I'll say it's part of it came out of a result of goal setting. In Nigeria, we like giving credit to spiritual beings. So anything happens, it's God and all those stuff. Yeah, truthfully, it's God. But on one aspect, I think it's more. It has to do with God pushing me to begin to set goals for myself. 2004, I actually wrote down goals. Yeah, a 10-year goal for myself, 5-year goal and 10-year goals. And one of those goals was actually to meet some of my mentors or people I respect in the business world and also in leadership sector. Brian Tracy is one of them. I actually showed him the diary I was in that year that I wrote it down. I also wrote I was going to have a one-on-one relationship with him, not just meeting him, but have a relationship, direct relationship.
That was in 2004, long before you ever met him.
Before I even met him. Yeah, I even forgot I wrote that down. So it's actually part of, I wrote it in the book under goal setting, planning and achieving your goals. Yeah. And we brought Brian in last year for an entrepreneurs conference. My company did. Me and my partner worked to bring Brian last year because he appealed more to SMEs and also to entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, in this part of the world, because the work is done already in countries that look like Nigeria, in Asian countries, in the Middle East, in China, and all those places. So we brought him to teach entrepreneurs how to do business better. When he went back, I was actually exchanging mails and just talking about other things generally. And one day he just wrote back to me and said, "Stephen, what do you think we'll co-author a book for the Nigerian market?"
He asked you.
He asked me.
You didn't ask him.
It wasn't, like I mentioned earlier, it wasn't as if I had it at the back of my mind, I want to write a book with Brian urgently. No. Yeah, I knew we'll come to that stage because I had books already. This book has already been in my mind for more than 10 years. Yeah, but I didn't know I was going to bet it at this time. So when he suggested it, immediately I responded to the mail. Not more than 5 minutes. I said, "Brian, wonderful. How do we take it up?" And that's how it started. So we started exchanging ideas on how to get the book sorted.
That's the power of goals.
Definitely.
Power of goal setting.
Definitely.
I think who should I write in my diary now? Okay. I mean, so that was how this book came about.
That's how it started. Yeah.
How well has the book done? I mean, this is a book everybody should read.
Definitely.
So far, the pages I've read, I mean, it's fantastic.
Definitely. When Brian came around, when we were doing the book release, he asked me again, "Stephen, since the book was published, have you read it?" I said, "Boy, I've read it 3 times." So we keep reading, and it's like a knowledge base on its own. The first copies that we had, this book actually published in South Africa. Reason I also did South Africa was because of my friend Joshua Awesome, who is South African.
Yeah, Joshua was on our show very recently.
So I worked with him to get the book published in SA because I wanted it to also have an international feel. In as well, we're doing the book for the Nigerian market and also West Africa, looking also for the world. Something coming out from Africa for Africans and also to go global. So work with him to get this. The first copies they brought in actually sold out.
Wow.
Wow. So even people who came for the event the next day did not have the books. The books are not available for them to buy. So we have to now get them to pre-order the book. We're also getting in new copies over. Some few thousands of copies by this week. So for those that already pre-ordered, so we'll have them sorted, and also for new people who are also placing orders.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. Stephen, you've got to come back. Let's talk about business, about SMEs, about how a book like this, rather books like this, can help small business owners, managers of SMEs to grow their businesses and so on. I think Nigeria needs, lots of books like this. Lots of books like this. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on the Channels Book Club.
Thank you.
Thank you.